you guys, this is the Virgo horoscope. Welcome for the week of the 18th through the 24th of October. I hope you guys are doing really well. Going to take some underlying energy here. And we got confidence is your key to success. Working on building that confidence here over this entire week. Okay, to help you more properly shine your light, I think is a concern or an issue or a theme, you could say. So last week's video, at least the start of it, should be still pretty relevant. Everything we talked about with the sun in the second house. This is the last week or even the last handful of days, you could say, that, you're going to have the sun in the second house. So, that's been really highlighting work and income for you, your material possessions. We'll take it when they come out like that. It's so crazy sometimes. Something's right, in front of your face that we've been renewing with this Mercury retrograde for sure. Something's like come to your attention, come to your mind and wanting to change, needing to work on, changing something about, how you communicate at your job, how you communicate, and how you it's almost like how you think about your stuff. You think about your material possessions, you think about your job. The way you think and communicate can really set the tone for your reality and what you're drawing to you. So we're moving on to a new phase. We've got, again, new things to say. And it's kind of like you need to really take a minute and update what you're saying. It's coming through as like, and this is a real dumbed down version of it, but like the people who are always complaining, of course, they're just going to be drawing more things to themselves to complain about. So, can you go 24 hours without complaining? That sort of thing. And, we also talked about like taking care of your valuables, maybe, finding new ways to not only think about them, but like how to access them and how to store them in a better way. So, of course, a very Virgo thing to be doing. Now, we have energy falling on the floor here. As we're moving on into, we'll look at the eighth house. The moon is in the 8th house, the 18th and the 19th here for you. So, you're just going to be more focused and feeling maybe a little bit down, maybe a little bit more deeper, darker moods, a little, those depressive kind of thoughts coming in. Life is too hard. Those scripts that we always play over and over, when things are going fine, you're not thinking these thoughts. But then when a few things starts to happen, and then that another one, it's very easy to switch over into that, why me? Oh, everything happens to me. And it's these habitual thoughts that really create habits that we're not even, it's like that subconscious, will shine through and it can get in the way. And it starts with the thoughts, but it becomes the habits. So it's really important to take some time, I think, and, really just go deep on this, allow your feelings to, there's so much renewal here. This is really, you are coming into some change. You're having to change, having to adapt to make it work here. Okay. And, you could see some issues with finances as well with some of your, loans, taxes, inheritances, like shared money, things like that, assets, even property and things like that. But it's going to be good if you go with the flow, and good again if you get to the bottom of it. Do some shadow work. I would really recommend getting into the inner child healing too at this point, because you need this rebirth. You need to be changing at this time. If you're still doing the old things you're doing before, you're only going to have more of this sort of deep, dark, depressive, worry all the time sort of experience. Okay, so the 20th through the 22nd. Okay, so we're processing some of these issues. Again, don't cheat yourself. Don't go through things, that are uncomfortable and not learn from them. We've got to find that meaning. Okay, we've got to allow ourselves to see the bigger, broader picture during this time. Okay, we might be kind of idealistic during this time. We might just want to run, escape, fly away, but it's really important time to kind of get into some of this higher thinking, deeper and higher here. The feelings that we felt, the things that whatever happens here. And I think a lot of this speaks to our full moon that we have on the 20th, and a lot of people I think are feeling the effects of this moon a little bit early. But we're definitely, there's a lot of knowledge to be gained if we're only willing to, and again, with communication too, we're sharing what's in our heart here, sharing with the people, that we love, okay, to clear out some of that darkness. We can change. We are changing. Please believe in it. This kind of reminds me of the end of the Libra, video as well. And keep in mind, we all are going through some of the same energies. We just deal with it. It hits our charts in different ways, but it's still the same energy coming down. So we are moving. We are changing. Again, the more you can learn here, the more you can learn, communicate what you're learning. Don't be overly idealistic, but you're going to be probably drawn towards, those deeper, more meaningful, and psychology and spirituality and making sure that we're living an ethical life, because this change that is coming through, you have to be able to have that confidence. You can't have that confidence if you're still acting in unconscious ways and not able to change. So there's some traditions and habits that you've just always done it. But why do we have to do those same things when they might not have even served the people that showed them to us? It's a whole new world. It's a lot of change, okay, especially 20th, 21st, 22nd here, okay. Again, you should be able to go deep, go within, do some shadow work, and then it's going to help you like that. Everything can change. Again, we're reaching deeper and higher levels probably than we ever have before. And yeah, we do that through some, maybe a little adversity, maybe a little, upset feelings. Why do you always do this? Why do I always do this sort of energy? Okay, so looking at the 23rd and the 24th. So this is when we have some movement in our sun, okay? Sun goes into Libra, and that will be in our third house, okay? So this is mental processes. Again, this is good time to deal with not only our communication, what we're saying to others, the self-talk, how you speak to yourself, any kind of, speaking and writing can really be meaningful. Again, especially because there can be more now that we feel better, now that we're having not all the worry, the nagging, the fear, the upset thoughts all the time. If we really get to the bottom of some of this and work to change it, it's again, everything's not going to change all at once. We're still going to have, some things to deal with. This is kind of coming up with siblings there in that third house, possibly. Again, this will be a weekly energy that'll stay with you. How do we feel? How does our changes on the inside going to change, and awakenings on the inside going to change the way that we speak to others and that we communicate with others? Okay. So on the 10th, we might be thinking also just feeling, the work, even though that's going to be on the weekend. Yeah, it's like public image. You're going through this whole issue. It's almost like when you try to restart, it just brings up more that you have to deal with. And I actually have seen this before. I see this a lot when it comes to the inner healing work. People will do a little bit of healing work because of something, they'll naturally figure it out. Somebody leads them, somebody shows them, they've just naturally drawn to it, whatever. So they change some things. You think the whole new world is here, and sort of you go back. It's just a slip up. But that just means you need to do more healing, more. This is all about shadow work, I can tell you. And really, again, that work that you're doing, the 20th, this full moon is going to be huge. This full moon is an opportunity for you to get deeper, because you need to go deeper. Okay, you need to go deeper here. So again, the very structures of, again, your life and your systems, your functions, your routines, your rituals. You've got a lot to let go of here because you've got a whole new day to look forward to. But you can't do it if you're carrying yesterday's baggage. We may have some childhood energy that we really need to get in and heal. It affects, if you don't think it affects you, if you don't think your old negative thoughts are sabotaging you, you probably already know. You're a Virgo. You overthink everything, right? But that doesn't mean you're powerful to stop it. The power lies with going within. Going within is the key to everything here. Okay? So again, this is all about going within. Like, we have a new moon on a full moon. The more you go within, this is just key. We have to go visit that shadow side. If you want to change your thoughts, or if you want to change your habits and what happens to you, you've got to first change, again, your habits, but your actions goes back to your emotions and your thoughts, for sure. You've got some definite repetitive thoughts. Again, even if it's a good day, you still have some of these thoughts. So let's get on with it. Let's make some real change that's actually going to last this time. And this Mercury retrograde is highlighting still, exactly. And, even getting into the shadow period here, because on the 18th, and we already did a whole video on it, that's why I'm not touching on it too much. But on the 18th, we have, Jupiter and Jupiter and Mercury going direct as well. And we just had Pluto and Saturn. So again, these are big changes that are, again, able to be made. And you're able to use these for your best, highest good. Trust me. Even if it doesn't feel like it. Even if it feels like it's never going to end. And it's just time after time after time. Hang in there. You got this. Okay, we're going to make some beautiful change. We're going to keep on reminding yourself, this is a new day. This is a new day. I'm doing so much work. Commit to doing a certain amount of healing work, and you really will get even farther, even faster. There's so many major arcana cards here. It's just like speaks to this whole, again, all of these planets going direct and the full moon of the situation. Utilize this time. Hit up the shadow work playlist and let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you have any questions. Take care. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.